Now let's also talk about who the kings represent in a reading, okay? Because and this is just not just the kings, we're going to talk about everybody, the whole court cards. For me it was like really hard when I was doing a reading and I'm asking a question and I get a court card, because court cards usually are designated to certain people in your life, and I like to keep that theme. I like to keep that because um it is what it is. They are people, the court cards. So the kings are husbands, and they're also, if you don't, if it's not a love reading, if it's not husband energy, it's going to be a man that has a higher power. So it could be fathers. It could also be, again, men that are higher than you in power, which is like bosses, or someone like an uncle, or someone that you respect that's in a higher seat, maybe because of maturity or income level or their job title or whatever it is. They're going to come off with king energy rather than knight energy. um Queens, again, if they're not the female or the person that, like, say if I'm reading a woman, if it's not the actual woman in the reading, this could be the woman's mother, the woman's boss, someone who sees themselves in a higher setting, in a higher situation. That's what gives them their throne. Now, like when you get knights in a love reading, this could be, and again, this could be for men or women. The knights, they're kind of just people who are partners, but they're going to come in and out. It's going to be quick. I would say probably a year or less. It's not going to get too serious. We're not talking marriage material. They're not the partner of the queen or the partner of the king. They're someone, their affairs, they're fast, quick moving experiences. Okay. In a love reading, if you get a page, those are going to be like fools. Like, don't even mess with this fool. This person is very below you. This person has a lot to learn in life. There may even be a lesson for that person. Like, you might be the person that needs to teach them something. So they're coming in under you. They're coming in with no knowledge of something that maybe you're meant to teach them. But again, not a serious love match. Something, again, that's going to be quick. It might even be painful. I would say that knights upside down are going to be fuck boys or fuck girls or whatever you want to call that on the female side. Of course, I don't know. I hate to use that term because I feel like sexually promiscuous people in general usually are people who have harmed sacral chakras that need inner work done, and a lot of them are just trying to fill a void or looking for love. So I generally do not like that term. I think it's disgusting that there are people who think that because they had less sex than someone, that they are more self-righteous. Yes, there, like from the last video, there is a benefit to not having as much sex because your body is going to be hermetically sealed. But if you're not using that energy for anything and it's just stagnant and you're just judging people because they've had more sex than you, then that's not cool, dude. That's some fucking, especially women do that to each other, and that's a product of the patriarch. Again, that's the product of these usually these Jesus and Christ faith based religions that are going to put shame into people for seeking pleasure through sexual experiences. But there's a lot of knowledge to gain through sexual experiences too. So it's all like, it's kind of subjective. So like, it just depends on what situation is at hand. And you can also be harmed by sex. I mean, everybody, nobody's a stranger to obviously rape, but you can also sex intercourse, okay? Just the word inter, it means there's an exchange of some sort. So, if I'm not taking your seed, what are you leaving? You're leaving bits of yourself. So, better make sure that that person that you're sharing your insides with, and they're leaving something with you. What are they leaving? Is this going to be a healthy energy for you? It's something, because they do say that once a woman has sexual intercourse with a man, and just because they don't leave their seed in you, you could still receive their DNA. And that DNA stays in your body permanently. And your body's permanently forever changed. So you're taking on energies from that person that, and you're not even thinking about it. You don't even know about it. This is not something that they teach us in school. So it's like, learn this shit, dude. If you're just like running from partner to partner and you're wondering why shit's not going right in your life, and you're not manifesting properly, it's because you're taking on all this negative energy from these bodies. They're dumping their negative energy into your vessel. Respect your vessel a little more and choose your partners wisely. Again, like I said, I don't judge people for what they do, but it's like a tool, and tools can be used properly or improperly, and you gotta be careful, because not everybody out there approaches sexual experiences with the opposite sex in a non-monogamous situation with respect. And I think that's something else that's lacking when we talk about like the sacred masculine. A lot of men aren't evolved enough to understand that if you treat a woman with respect, even if your intentions are not to become monogamous with that person, and you don't make them feel like trash when you have your sexual experiences with each other, and you respect them and you respect their feelings, it's going to be a lot healthier, and that non-monogamous sexual relationship can be very beneficial to both people if they are both consensual, knowing that it's not monogamous. But it could be, again, like it could just be used very efficiently just to serve a purpose when there is mutual respect involved and communication. And I think a lot of women, I think we are very capable of that. Yes, we can become crazy. Yes, we can become possessive. But a lot of the times, if we're equipped with the proper knowledge first and the honest truth, which I think a lot of men have trouble with, I think a lot of these non-monogamous sexual situations would turn out a lot better and a lot more healthier and beneficial to both parties. So, like I said, the way that I understand nights are not just not love matches, and the pages can be either just younger people. This could be a much younger partner coming in, or it could be just somebody that's going to be learning from you somehow, and someone who's less experienced, but also, again, not a love situation. Now, if it came up, say, a king and a page, this could be a husband that's going to be younger than you, a love match that's going to be younger. That's how I would translate that. But I would have to have both cards there to be able to say, yeah, that's what I'm trying to be told. So it's good to keep these cards as people in situations, and you'll understand them a lot better. The only other time that I wouldn't use these people cards as people is if it's like a yes or no question that you're trying to decipher. So I would say kings and queens come more up as yeses, and the lower ones come up as things are still in the working, because these are action cards, and these are the fools. So these are the babies. These are either in the process of being born. Like, so it's a no right now, because it's actually not in the world, this material realm yet. It needs to be born. It needs to be facilitated. Like, the seed needs to be tended. If I get a king, that is the highest rank. So it would be yes, that's mastery. And the queen would be yes, but with a little bit of time and a little bit of maturation of the situation. And like I said, the other two would be more negative to me. And how do I decipher that? How does that come to me? It's because, again, in the hierarchy, the kings are the highest, the queens are right under, but they are both sitting in a very high position. So these are yeses in two separate situations. Like, yes, coming much sooner, because the experience is accrued. If you watch my videos, I told you that one of the key words is mastery. So the experience has been accrued. Yes, we're almost there. Action. These guys are learning to be kings. These guys are learning battle. They're learning the lays of the land. They have not graduated yet. So it's something that's in the process of graduating. And this is something that needs to be, you need to make this happen. You need to make, like, it's not even there. It's not even, like, the universe hasn't even considered it as a possibility yet. But you need to do more work to make it happen, so it's a no. Does that make sense? So again, like I said, with these, like, little cues, your readings can be made a lot easier with these court cards, because again, they're very confusing. And the major arcana cards, they're going to be your major life lessons. So if you're getting a bunch of major arcana cards in a reading, that's important. It does mean the universe is trying to tell this person something very important, or this person's going through something very deep and very important and very pertinent to their spirit and to their higher self and their higher learning. And then the minor arcana are just your everyday toils and your everyday situations that come along with life. So there is another series I want to do with numbers and how I understand the cards and the numbers and the numerology. A lot of times I'll add up all the numbers that I'm getting in each card and then break it down to one number and discern the energy of the reading that way as well. So there's a lot of information you can get from astrological to numerical, and then to the pictures and how they're facing each other too. I always talk about that. So how the cards are facing each other is always helpful in reading the situation. You always want to take in every bit of information you possibly can. And that's it for today, folks. Again, like I said, if you want to see me talk about anything, if you want me to elaborate on anything, leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Have a great day.